What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another cyber hack, and today I'm going to be talking about some good and bad things in cybersecurity. Now, the first thing I want to start off is, I've been doing videos and I've been sitting through interviews like no tomorrow. Every single day, every single week, I had something lined up and I had to go through the same things every single time because it's usually about me, right? It's my experience. They got me on the call and they want to hear more about me. So how do I address this? Do I just repeat myself? Do I script it out now? Because everything that I say, everything that I'm going to do is going to be pretty much the same from my resume. And to be really honest, it doesn't always work out that way. So no matter how you script it out, and don't ever script it out, because you have to be really dynamic. You have to be like at the moment, because everyone's going to ask you a different question. There's no way someone's going to be asking you like, oh, so tell me a little bit about yourself. Not everyone's going to ask that same question. So, you can't script it and then you screw up. Or if you do script it, you're just reading off like a teleprompter and you sound like a freaking robot, right? But two things I want to mention, and the trend that I've been noticing on YouTube is that, can this Security Plus exam certification get me a job? Can the CEH exam certification get me a job? CISSP, CCSP, and all these CC whatever P's and all that other nonsense. Now I say nonsense. They're legitimately good, and they're good for you. So to make it really short in this video is that if there's a certification and there's some reputational value to it, just take it. And if you don't have to pay for it, even better, right? So a lot of people are going to be asking, oh, should I get the Security Plus? Without a doubt, yeah, you should. Should I get the CEH? Now, as much as a lot of people don't like CEH and like what was it that they do? I've read a few things about people complaining about it, but don't get me wrong. A lot of people even complained about the ISC squared and how they run their organization, right? But it ultimately, let's step away from that. That's the political side of it. CEH, they a lot of, you may find groups or forums that are not favorable towards it, but to be really honest, it teaches you the basics of it, or like pen testing, ethical hacking. If you have a chance to sit through a course, a 5-day crash course that your organization decides to pay for it and wants you to attend, by all means do it. Don't let it pass you. Take any exam that can give you more experience and more knowledge is definitely a plus. So to ask if I should get any type of certification within the cybersecurity realm, just do it. Just do it. Now, some of you may ask, oh, should I get the CCNA? Should I get the Networking Plus? If that's the avenue that you choose to go through for the security sector, where you're dealing with things like that, right? You're dealing with routers and switches and networking equipment and firewalls and web content filtering, then by all means, yes, do that too, because that builds your foundation as far as understanding the hardware that's going to be involved, the networking components that are all going to be combined into like Voltron and make this huge robot for you, because that's what you enjoy doing. Then yes, do all that. Any certification is never a harm, especially if it's known and it's in the market. Just take it. Of course, don't go out and start taking your Novell certifications or your Visual Basic stuff. That's like so dated, it doesn't even exist anymore. I don't know where that even came from, because I used to study that. Anyway, a couple good news that I want to share with you guys. I kind of, in my last video, I mentioned like, oh, I got something lined up. I did. I do. I do. I do. Now, the unfortunate part is that now I have multiple offers. How do you deal with that? How do you deal with that? How do you deal with multiple offers? They're both fascinating organizations, companies. Do you favor one more than the other? I don't know. I don't know. I've never worked for them, so I wouldn't understand how to even answer that. And like, was one of them a priority over the other? Mm, is compensation they equal? They're pretty equal. Uh, do you just go with whoever you accepted first because the other one came in a little late? It wasn't. It didn't happen at the same time. But this is a dilemma that certain people go through, including myself. Now, the interesting part is that this is a good situation to be in. Not totally not even bad. This I shouldn't even be complaining about this. A lot of you guys would be like, "Holy cow, you got multiple offers now." It's not even about, "Hey, I've been sitting through interviews for the last 6 months and I still haven't landed anything." No, that's not even the case anymore. I've been sitting through interviews for the last 2 months, back to back, and now I got two offers. How do you handle that situation? What is the criteria that will fit your needs besides money? They just say they offer you equal amount, that you can't even use that as a debate. Oh, this one's gonna pay me more. Nope, they're equal. I'll probably share with you guys how much I make later on, but that's 6 figures for sure. But I don't want to share too much right now. Make you guys guess a little bit. Comment below and let me know what you think I make a year. All right, annually. And now, mind you, I'm coming out of New York City, okay? So that should put some target price salary range in your mind. But what do you choose? What are the things that you look for? Vacation days, off time, working remote. Working remote, that's huge, right? Do you want to get paid more for working remote, or do you want to get paid equal, or you're willing to take a cut because you're working remote? You don't have to travel. You don't have to pay for additional expenses. You can eat at home. You go grocery shopping. It's a lot cheaper than going out to the city and buying lunch if you forget to bring it. All right. And also, transportation costs. So that's where I am at today. A few things, just a couple of things I wanted to update you guys on, especially the whole certification. There's no need for me to go through a whole video, 8 minutes, 10 minutes long, about should you take the Security Plus. Just take the damn thing. Take that. Take Networking Plus. Take Linux Plus. Take whatever it is that you can. And now, if you have to pay for it, obviously, it's expensive. And it gets really expensive as you keep on taking more. And then you got to get CPE credits and you got to maintain the memberships. That's why not a lot of people want to accumulate certification. Don't be those guys that have like a whole bunch of alphabet letters after your name and it just have one primer, maybe two, at most three, right? And anything beyond that, I'm reading certain titles, I'm looking at them like, wow, they got this and this and this. It just goes on forever. ABC, ABCD, DEC, PPC, SSSS, whatever. It just goes on and on, right? Pick some of the high profile ones. You don't have to list everything after your name. Just have it in your CV, your resume, right? And now you can list it all out. Show it off. It's like a little glass enclosure. Your resume is like this little, what do you call those? I actually have one. I'm going to show you guys next time. It's all the way up there. It's like I have a Warren Buffett bobblehead. I'm going to show, it's so cool. It's a Warren Buffett bobblehead, but I have it in this like glass enclosure. It's so awesome. It's just to keep the dust out and keep it like in mint condition, right? And my point is, like, your resume is that's you in this little enclosure, and you have listed all these experiences and all these certifications. Take what you can, especially if it's free. If you're working for a company now, take it. If you're not working for a company and you have to pay out of pocket, take the CompTIA stuff, because they're a lot cheaper than taking like CISM and CISSP and all those expensive ones. Just tell your new employer when you do get hired, like, hey, are you guys willing to, pay for certifications and study training courses or whatever it is? And then when they do, and then they agree, or even if they pay half of it, take it. Take all of it, because that will only grow your future and help with your future salary growth going forward, especially with all the certifications. All right, so that's where we are today. And yeah, comment below, let me know what your thoughts are on everything that I just mentioned in this video. All right. Thank you. And I'll see you guys again really soon. Bye.